137,000 rand. That's ridiculous. For that amount of money, I can buy a Golf 6 GTI. I can buy a Golf 5 GTI.
I was probably expecting something in this region. Yo.
Good day everyone and welcome to another episode of the Drive-By. So in my hands I've got the quotes to repair the R32 from the places that I had the car assessed at. You guys can check back in the series. I visited 3 panel shops and basically gave each one an opportunity to quote to see what the pricing is going to come to, and the pricing, or rather the gaps in the pricing, are huge. When I mean huge, I don't mean 10, 20, 30,000 rand. They are huge. If you guys are new to the channel and you just scrolled upon this video, welcome firstly. And my wife was knocked with a car about 2 months ago. So just under 2 months ago, someone drove into her, obviously from the back, as you guys can see. So like I mentioned, check back the previous video just to get up to speed, and then you guys can circle back to this one. So the reason I had to get these quotes from panel shops was obviously for insurance purposes. I also had to go to the police station and write out affidavits because my wife was driving the car. But thankfully all of that paperwork is kind of sorted out, and to be honest, it's a lot of admin. So I had to go to RMI approved panel shops to get a good idea as to what was broken on the car or damaged, because obviously from the outside we're just looking at the tailgate, the bumper, light on that side, and a few odds and ends. But obviously they check out things like the floor, they check the panel inside that's also damaged. It was to get a good indication from, call it the experts, as to how to go about fixing this car. And to be honest, after receiving back the quotes, it gave me even more of a headache, because the difference in 2 quotes is probably about 70,000 rand, and it just raised more and more questions. But let's get into the numbers. So as I mentioned, I went to 3 panel shops, and I'll start off with number 1. And there's no order of importance or monetary value, I'm just naming them as we go along. So the first one, had a look at the car, thoroughly inspected the car, may I add. They just didn't bother quoting. So I followed up with them as well. They told me someone was on leave, they were going to get back to me with the pricing, etc, etc. The pricing never came back, so I'm not sure if they didn't want to do the job, or maybe the job wasn't worth enough monetary value for their time. But yeah, they didn't bother quoting. So I went to another place in Bellville. This place is called Spraytech. One of you guys in the comment section actually said that they look very thorough, and the lady did a very thorough inspection and actually recommended I probably go there. So I'm just gonna run through the pricing lightly, just basically what was the most expensive parts. So they quoted to replace the tailgate, which is the section here. And obviously the tailgate doesn't come complete. The tailgate is made out of multiple components, lights, wiper motors, boot locks and all those things. But on here it says the tailgate, that comes to about 6,000 rand. So on the rear bumper side, the bumper splits into 2. So the top half of the bumper is 2,250. The bottom part of the bumper was 2,150. And they do add a spoiler on here as well, so I'm not sure if it's referring to the spoiler of the R32 itself, but that came in at another 2,400 rand. So the boot lock itself, which would be that item over here, that one there. So that comes to 2,500 rand, and the tail light, which is damaged, the one on that side. This is actually ridiculous. So the tail light comes in at 3,425 rand. So they also quoted to replace the inner tail light on that side, which is 2,200 rand. They also quoted to check out the exhaust, which was 1,450. They added a suspension check, and they've added a diagnostic fault readout as well, and that cost basically 2,000 rand. So it is very difficult from, how can I say, they quote in line items, so the spray work, repair work and things are all different, so I can't tell exactly what the spray work only for that's going to cost. So basically they paint work on everything they will do, which will be that, and inside the boot where the panels bend, that comes to 10,000 rand. All these are VAT exclusive totals. And then the repairs, which would be basically inside here, that comes to about, let's say, 5,600 rand. So in total, their quote came to 64,800, but let's say 65k. I kind of expected a number in this region, maybe not as much, but this is not my area of expertise. I don't know what these things cost, so I guess that's just a price from a panel shop. So let's move on to the other company. They also had a decent look at the car, and as I mentioned, quote 1 was 0, quote 2 was 65 grand, and I said the difference was about 60 to 70 grand. Their quote came in at 137,000 rand. So off the top of my head, what I can see, the one company quoted on everything that was broken and replacing everything that was damaged, etc. with new parts. This one basically took this rear section and they probably had a diagram and they quoted on everything, regardless of what was salvaged, what was not broken, what's salvageable. They just basically want to replace everything at the back and spray. So to just run through the pricing. The most expensive item was a tailgate, again, which is this part, 15,481. So let's say 15.5. Then to paint the tailgate is another 3,650. Rear bumper top off, which is that, 7,100. Lower part, 6,100, and to paint the top section is 3,250. To paint the bottom is 2,750. The R32 badge itself on the boot, that costs 1,275. So on my boot lock mechanism, which is this one, it activates the boot. That costs 7,562 rand. Bear in mind as well, obviously all these parts have markup at the same time, because that's how every business or panel shop, whatever you want to call it, that's just how it works. Let me just see, they also quoted to replace the left tail light, the left inner tail light, which works. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's no damage, there's no cracks. But like I mentioned, they basically took the section and they want to replace everything. So if I look at the repair, basically for the floor comes at about 2,300, and to paint it 1,750. And then they also want to do some blend work, and I would assume it's probably the section here, the same with the other side. And then they have they added wheel alignment as well, rust protection, strip and assessment. But long story short, the bill comes in at 137,120 rand. To give you context, I can take that money and buy a driving Golf R GTI. Might not be the best one, but I would have a Golf R GTI. So when I saw the pricing was this way out, I started looking at quoted line items. So if I take the tailgate for example, the one company quoted 15, let's say 15.5 for a tailgate, whereas this one quoted 5.5. I mean, that's basically a 10 grand difference. Then we start looking at things like the rear bumper, the top section. This one was 7.1 and this one was 2,250. And then the rear bumper, the lower section, which should be the diffuser, that one was 6.1 and this one was 2,150. So yeah, the pricing is, certain items is, there's big differences. And then this one also included a suspension check. I think this one as well. No, this one just quoted wheel alignment. And spare wheel well to repair, for example, that was 1,150, and for them it was like 2,300. So the pricing on certain things weren't too bad here and there. Oh, this one also quoted for diagnostic, but I mean, I've got my own set of the tools for that. So yeah, the pricing is very vast, and the totals, I mean, Burnco just blew it out the park, 137,000. I can basically buy me a Golf 5 or Golf 6 GTI with that money. And spray tech was
64, let's say 65,000 rand. So yeah, I think it created further headaches in my opinion, because the one is so high and the one is probably somewhat of what I expected to pay. But it also questions as to why do the prices differ so much, because they're both basically going to do the same amount of work.
So at the moment, I'm still quite neutral with regards to the repair on this car. The one number is kind of sitting here, and the number is like way around the corner basically. And to be honest, it's the same car, it's the same damage, but it's two totally different approaches, I guess. And I'm not sure where I sit in the middle of that number. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are you willing to spend to repair this if you were in this situation? Do you think the quotes are high? Do you think it is worth doing? And what would you be willing to spend to fix this if this was your car? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you're new here, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that helps the channel grow. Stay tuned to the next episode, because I need to start this car and I probably need to take it for a drive around the block just to make sure everything is fine, that all the systems are in check. So stay tuned for that one. And from the R32 and the drive-by, we are over and out.
So it's been a few weeks since I last touched this car, started this car, and as I mentioned in the previous episode, this car kind of just stands like this. So if this car starts now, it's probably gonna be a miracle. Okay, it's got power at least. Let's see. Yeah, I figure as much.